Next question, I believe, is from Georgia.
Hi, my name is Georgia, I'm 17 and I'm a part of the Youth Commission. And my question for the Chief Constable is, how are young people's voices making a difference to the force's approach when dealing with young people and other children?
Okay, thank you, Georgia. I think that, the first part is we do engage with the Youth Commission. So again, thank you to Georgia and those other people who are party to the Youth Commission to help us sort of complete that circle. We have youth IEG members. So we actually listen to the community, so our independent advisory groups, our critical friends, people who come and give us the feedback on issues that either we or they or both think are important to local communities, as well as some of the other work that we've sort of discussed already today, such as the mini police, the cadets, our schools engagement officers who are access to every single school, and the alternative providers around to actually deal with firsthand. But it really is a case of actually engaging with young people, doing that two-way communication. Heather's mentioned before that we've now started to widen our social media reach. Before we were probably engaging with people who are more like our profile. And so we've sort of widened it into areas where we previously haven't, such as TikTok and the like, to try and get that sort of two-way communication going and that engagement. But no, we do listen, we do try and shape, and some of the other work that Heather's already detailed, which I'll happily now hand back over to you, is does shape how we police and serve our local young communities.
Thank you. Yes, so we attend the Youth Commission's Big Conversation Conference every year and listen to the feedback from that. That was one of the triggers that led us to bringing in the trauma informed practice training. We've got a really good youth justice participation group in the county that feeds into the Youth Justice Board. Quite often the children will come to the board and will talk to us and tell us about how they want their services shaping, which we write the policies, we're able to reflect in the way that we work. My youth outreach team absolutely love a QR code, so every event that you go to you will get a QR code put in your face to complete, and all the feedback from that feeds into our planning meetings for the previous year. So you will see some changes to our youth celebration event this year. They have been led by the children that attended last year. If I've mentioned academic studies a few times today, but there are a lot of academic studies that talk about the impact on children, and we've done a lot of research in Nottinghamshire around hearing the voice of children, and we often set up a task and finish group to put in place some of those actions to make sure that we're absolutely delivering on what's being fed back to us. And we've got the Voice of the Youth Forum later this month at the Broadway Cinema, which has been headed up by, it's been arranged by my youth outreach team, but there's two young people from Nottinghamshire that are comparing it, and that's a forum that's been shaped by over 400 young people from across our communities about what they wanted to hear from our youth outreach team, and it's around some education topics and some kind of advice on guidance as they're moving into adult world, and how they stay away from crime and social behaviour. So we've got quite a variety of methods, and I think what we find is that when we listen to children about how they want their services shaped, they are more effective.